What's up, y'all? I just wanted to come on here and say if you are feeling led to post. Can't be playing scared. Can't be worried about what nobody else say. Because if you're feeling led to do it, that means God is telling you that it's something that you need to show people. It's something that somebody out there needs to hear, needs to see. And you can't worry about what everybody else has to say. Because at the end of the day, they sitting there looking at you, trying to see what you got to say, trying to see what they can say about you, which that don't matter. They don't pay no bills. They ain't helped you in a hard time. And even if they have, what somebody is thinking about you is really none of your business. Let me say that again. What somebody thinks about you is none of your business. God put a gift in all of us. And as kids, we wasn't scared to say what we thought, to do what we wanted. We were free. And at some point in our lives, somebody told us we couldn't. Somebody showed us what they thought we couldn't do. And that rubbed off on us. But if you can get that childlike mind back, you can do whatever you choose to do. The only person that's ever stopping you is you. A lot of people tell me, you always on the go. I've been seeing you a lot lately, posting and everything, and most of it's good. Yeah, it's good. But I used to want to hide. I used to want to be quiet, be in the back, not be seen. Just listen. But that ain't what God put me here for. No. After going through my cancer journey, I realized I can't play with this. I can't play with life. I got another chance at it. So while I'm here, whoever I can help, I'm going to help. If it's something I can say and do to be a blessing to somebody else, I'm going to do it. I don't care how I look. It's everything I say is from the heart. The videos that I post is because I want somebody to be blessed by it. The people that I invite to my podcast, I want them to tell their stories so they can get it off their chest and they can bless somebody else. They can show somebody else they made it through. We all going through something. You're not stuck. You feel like you're stuck, but you're not stuck. You got to change your mindset. And believe me, that is hard to do. But you can do it. You got to start looking at your life differently. All the negative stuff can be just thrown at you. And you're still here. But at some point, you have to talk to God and be like, okay, I've been just taking it, but I'm ready now to get through this because I know my purpose is more than this. Your purpose is not to stay stuck. whether that's in a relationship that you don't want to be in, whether that's a job you don't want to be in, whether that's just somewhere you don't want to be. All of that can be changed by you. But you have to believe it. You have to believe that it can happen. And it takes effort to try to be a different person. It takes losing people to try to be a different person. Not necessarily that you're losing them. It's more like, okay, you're stepping to a different dimension of your life. And everybody's not going with you. It's not that they're bad people. It's just everybody has to go in different directions sometimes. And that's okay. Because when you become a different person, sometimes you no longer have something in common with the people that you've been around. I kept asking God for the longest, what's my purpose? Why am I here? Because a lot of times I didn't know. I was frustrated, you know, going through all the stuff that I've been through. And then I realized that my greatest purpose was becoming a better version of me. Because the better version of me can be out there, be seen, show my joy, show the change that I've made in me, not being scared of who I am. And I can bless other people by doing so. There are so many people that try to hide who they are. They're shy, because I was that too. Very shy. I was scared to be heard. This thinking that I wasn't smart enough, something stupid might come out my mouth. But that was all a lie. That was all negativity. And that was things that I just let project on me. I know that it's probably hard. Whatever you're going through, it's probably hard for you to see the light around the corner. But you can. You will. You can do it. You can get up out of it. Sometimes our journey is not for us. It's not just about us. Sometimes our journey is so we can be a light to somebody else. And in that, yes, you have to become different. You have to become a higher version of yourself. But you have to think about the things that you want and ask, why am I doing this? What is this for? What is your why? Who are you helping? First, help yourself. First, help yourself. If you need to talk to somebody who, like a therapist or a life coach or whatever that the case may be, get the help that you need. I know that the hardest thing for us to do sometimes is to face us. face all the bad decisions we made, all the crazy stuff we've done. But everything you go through is to teach you something better about yourself. You see yourself and you ask yourself, what made me do that? People keep asking, why do I attract the same people? Well, that's because it's still something in you that attracts you to those people. And you got to figure out what that is. Sometimes you don't love yourself enough. Been there. And that can be one of the hardest things to get through, is realizing that the love that you've been looking for is you. We always think that we got to have somebody make it better for us. We want, yes, I get it. I want to love too. But at the end of the day, finding the love in me was the best thing I could have found. And as long as I'm loving on me, I'm treating myself right, I'm doing the things I need to do for me, what I'm looking for is looking for me. Who I am is going to find me as well. You can't be expecting a lot from a person and you don't have it either. That's not how it works. You'll keep going through the same rotation until you just say, okay, God, I give it up. I surrender. Because you can't do it by yourself. Sometimes you don't want to hear when you need to pray about it. And yeah, I get that. You don't want to hear that sometimes. But it's true. You have to talk to God. You have to talk to the God in you. You have to talk to the child in you that feels not enough, that doesn't feel like they're worth it because somebody made you feel that way. You have to have actual talks with yourself. I know it sounds weird, but you have to realize that you carry every version of you in life. All of them are in you. And if as a child you were hurt, you were made to feel like you wasn't enough, you're going to always carry that with you until you work on it, until you go back and you go inside yourself and say, okay, little one, I got you. What do you need from me? Because that's why you see all these adults walking around acting like children. Want to fuss, want to fight. This world is getting more out of messiness, hate, and arguing and all kinds of things. That's more important than showing this word right behind my head. And it's sad. We are all spiritual beings having a human experience. And we're all here for a reason. You have to really figure out what your purpose is. And that means you have to take time, sit down, think about what gives you joy. Think about what people say you do very well at. What are you good at? What do you love to do? If you could make the most money you ever made doing something that you love, what would that be? Just think about it. And then you might say, well, that ain't something people want to look at, or people ain't interested in that. No, stop that negative self-talk. You have to believe that what you have inside of you is worth showing somebody else. It's worth letting somebody know even what you've been through. Again, at one point I was like, I don't want to keep talking about me going through cancer. Like, I ain't the only person been through cancer. But my journey is different from everybody else's. So my story still can help somebody. So I had to stop thinking that way. Because how can I be somebody who wants to be there for people or bless people and I keep my story to myself? Losing my mom is a story. Only people that have lost their mothers can relate to losing their mothers. Only people that's been through cancer can relate to somebody else going through cancer, because we know that feeling of, am I gonna make it? Or is this the end for me? Will it come back? Your story is powerful. Never make your story small. Because I'm telling you that it could be a blessing to somebody else who's going through it. Whatever the case. Yeah, we all go through things that other people have been through, but the way we go through it is different. The way we get through it is different. How we get through it is different. So stop playing yourself. Stop playing yourself small. I did it for a long time. But after realizing what I made it through, all the traumatic things that I felt, I'm not finna I'm not finna stay quiet. And y'all are probably gonna see a lot of me. Y'all know how to scroll. You know how not to watch. If you're watching too much. If you see too much, hey. I'm doing what God is telling me to do. I am being who God is telling me to be. And if I bless one person, I did what I was supposed to do. So, be yourself. Tell your story. And stop being afraid. What you have to say is important. I don't care if it's for one person. Who you are is important. And what you have, the gift you have, is important. So do the work. Open your mouth. Stop hiding. Be that person that you know you're supposed to be. I'll chat with y'all later.